There's something beautiful about it, about simplicity. It doesn't demand much, yet it can leave such an impact. While the process I will show today is quite simple and straightforward by itself, I think there's a lesson in that. Life often feels complicated, but sometimes it's the simplest things, like creating something with your own hands, that bring the greatest joy. Simplicity reminds us to slow down and to appreciate the small things. This project, for example, it begins with just an old pallet, something most people overlook, maybe even throw away. But with a bit of time, creativity and care, it can become something useful and maybe even meaningful. And there's no need for fancy tools or expensive materials. A palette and some inspiration are enough to create beauty. This exact palette was once part of something else. Actually, it was carrying my workbench. And I knew from the beginning that I'm not going to throw the palette away. But my initial plan was to disassemble it and use the wood for something else. Only after assembling the workbench, I thought, the palette arrived together, why not also using it together? To have a kind of extension or addition to this workbench? So I decided to attach it to the wall, for various purposes. Additional storage, support for tooling, aesthetics. So here we are, giving this palette a second life, a new purpose. And that's the magic of upcycling. In a world that's so quick to discard, upcycling is like a quiet rebellion. It says, wait, this isn't trash, this still has potential. It's a mindset shift, isn't it? It makes us look at materials differently, not as disposable, but as opportunities. And it's not just about the environment, though that's important.
Sorry.
It's also about seeing value where others might not. It's about creativity and resourcefulness, and maybe even gratitude. After all, there's something satisfying about turning the old into something new. For me, crafting is more than just a hobby. It's a way to connect with the world in a tangible way. There's a sense of accomplishment in transforming something simple into something beautiful. When I work on a project like this, I feel grounded. All the noise and stress of daily life fade away for a while. And it's just me, the tools, and the materials. It's a moment of peace, and I think that is something everyone could use more of. There's a unique joy in making something with your own hands. It's a quiet kind of happiness, watching raw materials slowly take shape, knowing that it's your effort bringing them to life. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it rarely is. But that's the part of the charm. Each mark, each imperfection tells its own story. For a long time I struggled with perfectionism, with this false idea that everything I made had to be flawless or it wasn't worth sharing. But life is constantly teaching me to let go of that. Perfection is an illusion. If we chase it, we will never be satisfied, because there's always something we could improve. Always. When we embrace imperfection, we give ourselves permission to grow, to experiment, and to simply create. And that's where the magic happens. Not in flawless end result, but in the messy and beautiful process of getting there. This palette project, for example, it's not complicated, but it doesn't need to be. The goal isn't to impress anyone or create some museum-worthy piece. The goal is to make something meaningful and to enjoy the process along the way. When you think about it, beauty is everywhere. It's just a matter of perspective. A palette on its own might seem rough or unremarkable, but when we take the time to look closer, to imagine what it could become, it starts to transform. Maybe that's true for more than just materials. Maybe it's also true for people, for places, for moments in our lives. So much of what we overlook has the potential to become something extraordinary if we just take the time to see it. This project is a reminder of that. Wow! I'm actually very happy with the result, and I didn't even start yet to decorate it or to put some hooks or holders or anything yet. Leave a comment if you like this as well. Very simple and quite nice. A simple palette turned into a wall decoration. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's enough to remind me to keep looking for the beauty in the ordinary. And I really hope it inspires you to do the same.